The Logos, the mind of Theos. In the Emphatic Diaglott, the term logos is left untranslated in John 1, emphasizing its profound significance. The passage reads, "In the beginning was the Logos, and the Logos was with Theos, and the Logos was Theos. Through it everything was done, and without it not even one thing was done, which has been done. In it was life, and the life was the light of men. And the Logos became flesh and dwelt among us." John 1, 1-4, 14. This translation avoids reducing logos to word, allowing us to explore its deeper meaning within the framework of divine emanation. John's gospel establishes that logos is inseparable from Theos, God. The logos was with Theos, and Theos was the logos, reveals an indivisible unity, where logos is not an abstract principle, but a fundamental aspect of Theos's essence. This is further clarified in Proverbs 8:22-31, where wisdom declares, "Yahweh produced me in the beginning of his way. I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him." Here, wisdom personifies the Logos, a principle existing eternally with Theos, active in creation. Logos as emanation. The Logos is an emanation of Theos, arising from his corporeal substance. Theos is not a formless abstraction, as some theological traditions suggest, but a corporeal, intelligent being. The Logos, therefore, is the manifested mind or reason of Theos, inseparably linked to its source. Just as the brain generates thought, Theos manifests the Logos, making it the agent through which all creation is ordered. This is echoed in Psalm 33, verse 6, where by the word of Yahweh were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the spirit of his mouth. The Logos functions as the executive force of divine will, a manifestation of divine intelligence that shapes and sustains the universe. This emanation is not independent of Theos, but wholly dependent on his corporeal essence, much as thought relies on the brain for its existence. The relationship between Theos and Logos. To understand this relationship, consider the analogy of the brain and thought. The brain, as the corporeal seat of intelligence, produces thought, reason, and speech. Without the brain, these functions cannot exist. Similarly, Theos, as the corporeal substratum, generates the Logos. This analogy emphasizes that Theos and Logos are not separate entities, but exist in a relationship of dependence and unity. Theos is the substance, hypostasis, from which the Logos emerges. In theological terms, hypostasis refers to the underlying tangible essence that gives rise to related attributes. Theos is the corporeal essence, and the Logos is its manifestation, an expression of divine thought and will. This understanding aligns with the biblical portrayal of Theos as a substantial, intelligent being. In 1 Corinthians 8:6, Paul affirms, "There is one God the Father, out of whom are all things." This aligns with the concept of creation as emanation, ex deo, where the universe and the Logos emerge from Theos's corporeal substance. The Logos, as divine reason, is not a disembodied abstraction, but an expression of Theos's tangible essence. Theos as corporeal intelligence. Theos is the corporeal intelligence underlying all existence. He is the source of the Logos, the fountain from which divine reason flows. This corporeal nature is affirmed in Scripture, where Theos is described as spirit, not as an ethereal force, but as substantial and real. Theos is life and incorruptibility, the origin of all things, and the foundation of existence itself. In this framework, the Logos is not merely a tool or intermediary, but the active manifestation of Theos' mind. It is through the Logos that Theos creates, sustains, and communicates. As wisdom declares in Proverbs 3:19, "By me, Yahweh founded the earth. By understanding, he established the heavens." The Logos, as the divine understanding, is integral to the creative process. Conclusion. The relationship between Theos and the Logos reveals the unity of thought and substance in divine reality. Theos, as the corporeal substratum, manifests the Logos as an emanation of his mind. This emanation is not separate or independent, but fully integrated with its source, reflecting the inseparable connection between intelligence and being. Understanding Logos as the mind of Theos provides profound insight into the nature of God and creation. Theos, as corporeal intelligence, is the source of all life and order, and the Logos is the active principle through which this divine will is expressed. This perspective emphasizes the tangible, substantial reality of Theos and his creative power, offering a unified vision of divine emanation and existence.